let's get started with the story. My fellow Cup to the Bangers, today you see me sitting here on my couch with my pillow of my face, Rolls Royce candle, a beer and the flowers. So let's tell you a story, yo. Hit it, Pedro. That'll do, pig, that'll do. On today's story, I want to tell you guys why I refuse to go to any car reveals. I had one of those traumatizing stories, Salomon VIP experience, of course, and here we go. So about a year ago, I got a call from Dean from Sticker City. First mistake, pick up the phone. Second, he invited me to this event because they were unveiling this amazing car. I'm not gonna say what car it is so that no one gets thrown under the bus here. So I accepted Dean's invitation. Again, second mistake right there.
Dude, that would be so awesome.
And then he said he would pick me up. Third mistake right there. So Dean comes, picks me up, he drives us to OC, and that's Orange County here in LA. And we get there, and they're announcing this car that I had no idea what it was. The name sounded awesome, he was badass, he was gonna have thousands of horsepower. And I'm not exaggerating there. When I said thousands of horsepower, I mean thousands of horsepower. And we got there and I was so excited, you know, like, oh, I'm finally gonna get to see how they build these cars and how the owners interact with other people. It was the most weird and awkward thing I've ever been to in my life. When I showed up, everyone's just quiet. You try to take a picture and people like look at you like you shouldn't be taking a picture, but people are asking you to take a picture. So that was a little confusing for my tiny head. So I just kept doing what I did. So I recorded everything I could and I made a video about it. So as the night went on, we realized that this car was never gonna get made. It didn't look like anything was possible from the claims that they were making. The car looked insane. It was cool looking for a little bit. It looked like, I don't know if I can say, how about this? I'll say what it looked like. It looked like a P1 that was taken out of Knight Rider. Swear to God, like that time, it's a P1. Someone went back into the past that saw the P1 and said, I'm gonna build a P1 today in the 1980s. Is that the time? 1980s? Let's go with that. And then that's how they built that car. So the car looked kind of cool, but retro. It had like a lot of new features that were absolutely so expensive for the price that they wanted. And they started selling the car and they were also selling a piece of the company if you bought one of the first cars, which, whatever. So after a while of mingling and everything, Dean and I decided that it was a terrible idea to stay there, so we went inside into the bar and had a few drinks. And by that I mean me, because Dean was drinking. I mean, Dean was driving, holy shit. So I was drinking. So we went to the bar, started drinking, and then I see this old man with some hot girl, and Dean goes, man, what do you think she's doing with him? I don't know, dude, who fucking cares? Keep drinking. Of course Dean goes, tries to talk to the girl, he does. Ends up being buddy-buddy with her. Whatever, we go back into the party. At that point, I'm completely annihilated, guys. Like, I was gone, because I just went there to have a good time, like I always do. So, responsibly, I had Dean drive me there, and I told Dean it was like 8 p.m. or some shit, like a loser time to leave, because the party was still bumping. I tell Dean, do you mind if we just leave right now? I'm not feeling great, I just want to go home, I'm done, I can't think anymore. He's like, yeah, for sure. And this is where the story begins, really. Because as we're getting in the car, some dude comes out running. He goes, guys, wait. So we like stop. We're thinking that we probably stole something or there is a dead person in the truck. Something like there's something going on at this point. And the guy comes over. He's like, hey guys, the owner of the company wants to talk to you. And I go, nah. First of all, I'm fucking nobody to talk to anyone. I don't want to buy a car, so I'm not interested. Second of all, why would anyone want to talk to Dean of anything? I mean, come on. Why would anyone run and sprint to listen to Dean's advice on something? And third, why are you chasing us when I'm destroyed? The guy comes up and he goes, come on, he wants to see. By the way, the CEO of the company has like this weird job. Like, he's not a real car guy. The CEO of that company is actually someone that does something completely unrelated. Imagine if I built Legos. Not even that, because that's kind of related to cars. Imagine if I made mattresses. And all of a sudden I said, fuck it, I'm gonna open a car company. Well, this was that person. So it made no sense whatsoever. And the guy goes, yeah, the CEO of the company wants to see you there. I'm like, fuck, I don't wanna go. But the guy just insisted so much, and I guess I was pretty fucked up. I was like, yeah, dude, let's go, whatever, it'll be short. So he takes me into these like weird thing in a go-kart, and we go for hours and hours and hours and hours. Well, at least it felt like that. It was probably 5 minutes. And we get to a room. I'm like, why are we meeting someone in a room? It's like, oh, it's fine. Everyone's just gathered here. So I open a door and there's a million people in that fucking room. And there's a woman laying in bed. He's an older woman laying in bed, soaking her feet. I swear to God, this is what they brought me back into. And I go, nope, I'm out of here. And they go, no, 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 no. And basically a guy just jumps into the door and goes, no, 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 no. Just 5 minutes, 5 minutes. And I go, what the fuck do these people want for 5 minutes? Like, from me. And I'm guessing they want an Instagram post or something, if that. And they go, Alejandro, so we talked about everything that we saw and what the people said. He goes, what do you think would put us on the map as a hypercar making company? And I literally just looked at everyone in the room and I go, guys, I am so fucked up. I have no idea what you're talking. I've never made a car. I'm not a car maker. I don't have any friends that do. I'm just gonna go home to my wife and my dogs and probably eat some shitty food. So thank you. No, 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 no. We want to know your take. Well, huge mistake because drunk Alejandro has a lot of opinions, guys. And the first thing that I do is just blast him. I go, you can't fucking sell a car without proving yourself and claiming all these things and asking me for $2 million. And there's nothing to back it up. What if you never build the car? Then what the fuck? And they go, okay, that's fine. So we should lower the price to like 1.7. I'm like, that's never gonna help you guys. So we start getting into these back and forth with these people I've never met in my life before. And they're just struggling. I'm like, guys, I really want to go home. I'm getting worried at this point. The way I talk, I like to curse every now and then. And the woman that's laying on the bed, soaking her feet, goes, hey, and that's the CEO's mom, looks at me and goes, you need to be respectful. And I go, I need to fucking get the fuck out of here. They were like, you're not going anywhere until you tell us. They had me there for 2 fucking hours, guys. 2 hours without leaving. And then at the end, I just go, listen, guys, we just need to go. I can't do this anymore. The car never came out. And I was out. But that was one of the weirdest kidnaps. What would you call this? But no one touched my genitals, which was good.
Hostage.
I was a hostage.
You were hostile.
I was...
But you were also held hostage.
But I was also held
You were
hostage.
hostage.
So what have we learned from this story in general? Number 1, do not listen to Dean. Number 2, do not talk to Dean. Number 3, do not do anything that Dean wants to do. And number 4, do not walk into a room filled with people that want to open a car company and give him advice when you're drunk, because it's not going to go well. So come to the bankers. Let me ask you this. What would have you done if you were in my place? Would have you walked away, said, fuck this, give him some wrong advice, or just see what the hell was up? I almost got castrated by my wife because, by the way, they wouldn't let me pull out my phone. So, yeah, that was a rough day. Anyways, come to the bankers. That's my story as to why I never want to go again to a car reveal unless it's a massive company and they're not going to ask me any questions. I just want to have a good time. Thank you so very much for watching. I am sweating like a whore in church. I'm Alejandro, and I approve this message, bitches. Oh, that was so cool. Not really.